This just into CBS Sports HQ. Chiefs QB Pat Mahomes at the podium just moments ago. Let's take a listen.
Part of the process. At that time, I was projected to be like a second or third round quarterback, and I wanted to get my name out there. I wanted people to meet me, and Lee had a great idea of getting me to Radio Row and meeting as many different fan bases, and by using the people like you and everybody to get my name out there, and it worked. I mean, I was able to climb in the draft pretty quickly after the Super Bowl and get drafted 10th overall, luckily to the Kansas City Chiefs. And so it was all part of the process, and you have to continue to take those steps every day if you want to be where you want to be at the end of your career.
Patrick, what are you going to do? I'm not going to see you, so what's the routine Saturday, Sunday, until you get on the bus?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be same as any other game week. I'm just going to prepare myself today at practice, tomorrow at practice, and then the final walkthrough we have on Saturday, and get the rest that I need to get in, do the final bit of studying I need to do, and try to treat it like any other game week, and prepare myself to play a great football team.
Is there any more film that you watch Saturday night, or one time over, double check, or just it's already all there?
Yeah, not necessarily. Throughout the week, I always buzz a few games, and I always go through the cut-ups and the game plan stuff to try to get little tells here and there. But at the end of the day, you can't watch. I mean, you can continue to watch, but you're going to have to go out there and play. And so I just try to make sure that I have myself feeling ready to go, and then go out there and execute when I get out there.
How'd you come up with the routine that you do pregame that we see you do? You said both sides. How did you come up with that happens every game?
I think it just happened through the process of it. I did a lot of it when I was in college at Texas Tech, and I wanted to walk the field and see plays happen before they happen, and then get the warm-up routine that I get in. And I've added a little bit as I've gone, and I keep it pretty similar throughout the season, and I try to add a little bit more the next season.
You set your watch by it, by the way. When your pregame routine, you can always set your watch by it. You know what time it is when you're doing certain things.
Yeah, and they the coaches kind of give me some time updates and let me know, so that I know when to go, so I can get myself ready for when the guys get out there. We can do our throwing routine. So I'm very baseball player, man. I'm superstitious and do things the same way.
Standing, you have a couple days of practice still left. Where do you feel like you guys are? Do you feel like you're on a pretty good path for Sunday?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have an extensive game plan in. You always do for the Super Bowl, but I think the guys have really been able to nail it down over these last week and a half, and we'll continue to really finish all the details and make sure that we're ready to go. So that when we get out in the game, I mean, everything speeds up in the Super Bowl, and you want guys to feel confident with the plays that we have called and go out there and be able to execute them. So I'm glad with where we're at, and we'll continue to get better as the week goes on.
Most quarterback ever win a playoff game from the Big 12. Now you got two Big 12 quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, and Brock Purdy was in the AFC Championship game. Three of you guys. So how cool is that for just the league that you played in?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of great quarterbacks that have been in the Big 12 that didn't get the opportunity because of the air raid and all that different type of stuff. So I'm just happy that I can go out there and try to prove people wrong, and be able to do it from Texas Tech, where it's had a rich history of the quarterback position, especially in college, and show that we can be great in the NFL as well. I always will hold that Big 12, that Texas Tech pride with me.
Patrick, I'm from Gilmer.
Speaking about your dad and what he meant to you, you're a dad now too.
That's different facets of the game too. For generation of quarterbacks, all of us. So you're not gonna be like one free hitter most of the time.
Yeah, I think it just gives you a different perspective on life. Whenever you go home and you're able to see the kids and you get that energy bolt again, it is you don't have bad days. I mean, there's days where I don't feel like maybe I didn't practice the greatest, or I didn't get enough sleep, and I felt tired throughout the day. But then I get home and it's like Sterling's like, "Let's go, Dad! It's time to play. It's time to run around the backyard." And so it gives you a better perspective of football is amazing and something that you love to do, and you put all you can into it. But at the end of the day, it's more important to be a great dad and a great father to your kids.
Patrick, I'm from Gilmer. I ran into your mother last year in Vegas right before Pro Bowl. She asked me the next time I interviewed you if I would ask you what she meant to you growing up and to become what you are today.
Yeah, my mom was always there. She was someone that she worked early in my life. My dad was kind of on the road, especially at the end of his career in the minor league, so it was hard for him to get back and be around all the time. And so she was kind of had to hold the household down. And so she was a great influence in my life, still is, and she's been at almost all my games. And she's a big part of my life that sometimes everybody focuses on my dad because he played sports, but she was definitely one of the main staples in my life.
A lot of different guys in the season, so allowed to kind of mesh a little bit and kind of grow together as the season progressed, and it paid dividends.
Yeah, I'm just excited to get back out there. It's going to be a great matchup. I mean, the Eagles are great on defense. I mean, they have a great football team in general, but they have one of the historic defense in the way they're able to get after the passer, and so it's going to take our best effort, and it's going to be everywhere, and I have to make sure that I'm getting the ball in my hands, getting it to all our playmakers in space, and then relying on my teammates. And so it's going to be a great matchup. I mean, you can't ask for a better team to go up against in the Super Bowl. I mean, it's going to be a fun game, and I'm excited for it.
Bowl 57, Chiefs looking for their second Super Bowl title in 4 years. This is also the youngest quarterback matchup in Super Bowl history. Pat Mahomes is 27 years old, and he also has the most playoff wins before turning 28 in NFL history. He has 10 ahead of Tom Brady and Big Ben. Make sure you stay locked in to CBS Sports HQ. We have our crew live from Phoenix. They're bringing on special guests leading up to the big game, expert picks and analysis. We got you covered all week long with the big storylines, so make sure you stay locked in to CBS Sports HQ ahead of Super Bowl 57.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.